Hey Zen Babes, welcome back to my channel. It's Alicia from alicialeadum.com and welcome! This is my version of VLOGMAS. So I've been wanting to do VLOGMAS for years and I'm actually going to do it this year, but it's not going to be vlogs. I am going to be creating content to help you live your best life for 25 days. And here in December, I'm starting on December 2nd, and the plan is to go through December 26th. So wish me luck. Some of the videos you'll probably see me wearing the same thing because I'm gonna be doing some batch videos, and that just means filming a bunch of them all at once. But that's what you can expect this month. So if you like what you see or you're excited for this series I'm gonna do, make sure to hit subscribe if you're here on YouTube so that you don't miss any of the videos that we turn out for you. And if you wanna be on our email list and get an amazing bundle of trainings, be sure to click the link in the bio for our bundle called Next Level Zen, which is just full of tips and tricks and trainings on how to use essential oils to upgrade your life. So, okay, now that that's out of the way, I've missed you guys so much. It's been a minute since I've sat down in front of the camera and to actually record some things for you, and I just finished doing what I like to call my Sunday spiritual practice, and I want to share with you guys what this looks like so that you can do it for yourself as well. So one thing that I think is really important when you are intentionally creating the life that you desire, okay? So having intention with what it is you're creating instead of thinking or living as if life is happening to you and then reacting to what's happening around you are two completely different things. And the rituals that you do around this intention are really everything. And once I started implementing this a few years ago, I've noticed massive differences in the way that I go about my day and my month and really my year, okay? So one thing that's really important before you start thinking about the goals that you have or the intentions that you want to set for a new month is to reflect on the month prior, because this is where a lot of your key learnings and a lot of your lessons are going to be coming through. You're going to see, what it is that went well for you. You can see all the things that you can be really grateful for that it happened. You can be really proud of what it is you did accomplish, no matter how small or big it was. And then you can also look at, okay, how did I spend my time? What did I do well? What could I do better? And what are some changes that I need to make moving forward in this upcoming month? So I love to sit down on my kitchen table, get myself a coffee. I just finished this actually, so I'm really inspired to talk about it with you. Get yourself a coffee, put on some beautiful music, grab your angel cards, get some oils out, get your journal. This is my journal that I've been using recently. I love it. So cute. Make sure it's a pretty journal because that makes a big difference. And just start journaling it out. So I have a list of questions here on my phone that I'm going to read to you if you want to jot these down for yourself. So I call these the end of month reflection questions. So these are really important. So the first is, what is the most memorable part of this past month? Describe it. So what's the most memorable part of your November? And then what were the 3 biggest lessons that you learned in this past month? What were the 3 big things? And no judgment, okay? Make sure you don't judge yourself for what happened, but do it with curiosity. Curiosity and compassion for the lessons that you're learning, because this means you're growing. But you can't necessarily grow with the learnings unless you take the time to acknowledge and see what they are to be able to integrate into your growth, okay? Ooh, I like this one. Review your calendar and look at your priorities that you had set. How did you spend your time? Okay, are you happy with how you spent your time? A lot of times, people say they don't have enough time to do something that they say that they want, and if they look at how they spent their time, then they'll see that they didn't really do anything with that time. Maybe they were scrolling, or they just were reacting to life around them, and they weren't being really intentional with the way that they're spending their time. So for me, for example, I'm doing this thing that I'm kind of freaking out about, but I'm really excited, is I'm setting myself working hours. Now, I have been building a business for the last several years, and I've never given myself actual working hours. I've always just worked all day pretty much and wasn't as intentional with it. And as a result of that, I felt like I had to work all the time. And even when I was working, I felt like I had all day to work, so I wasn't getting as much done as I could. So I've been getting a lot of these signs to really create a schedule for me and only work during those hours. So I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, what kind of schedule do I want to create? Because I'm my own creator, I'm my own boss, I can do that. What days do I want to work? What time of day do I want to work? You know, what days do I want off? And then this will allow me the space to know what it is I need to do. So that's just an example of my calendar. So now I feel really good. I'm implementing it. I started implementing it last week and I'm going to continue moving forward with it. It feels like I have so much more time because I created a schedule. And I think people think the opposite of that, like, oh, well, if I create a schedule, then I'm not going to have enough time to do the things that I say I'm going to do for my business or work or whatever. And the mentality of that is backwards. But I totally get it because I was in that mindset forever. So that's really important. What steps can you take to adjust, especially as we're coming into December, right? What are the things that you've agreed to do? What parties have you agreed to go to? What holiday, events have you agreed to go to? What kind of traveling are you doing? And do you really want to do those things? Because you need to learn to say no with grace and to say no and to say yes. Make sure you're saying no and yes to the things that you actually want to say no and yes to. And remember that only you have the power to do that. Okay? I promise you're going to feel so much more empowered when you do this. Okay. Who or what are you especially grateful for this past month? Love it. Gratitude will open your heart and help you to attract more of the things that you are grateful for, okay? And then finally, name 3 things you can improve on in this upcoming month. What are 3 concrete actions that you can take towards these improvements, right? So for my example, it's like, okay, well, I can improve on my schedule and improve on how I spend my time. So one concrete action is to set myself some working hours. Another concrete action is to create my schedule of what I'm going to do for the month, on the weekends and during those working hours. And then the third thing I can do is to create some kind of ritual to make sure that this is when I am working, like I'm starting to work, and then this is what I'm doing when I'm finishing my day, which I am starting at 10 and finishing at 7, right? So knowing like, okay, once I'm done with the day, I'm gonna list the things I need to do tomorrow. I'm going to close my computer. I'm going to clean off my desk. I'm going to actually shut my office door, and then I'm going to go and cook myself and my husband a beautiful dinner, because that gives me creativity, right? I can turn on some music, I can diffuse my oils, I can just get into the ritual of creating this beautiful meal that's going to nourish my body, and also transition into night, transition into, being done with work and into my nighttime routine. So I hope that this gives you guys some ideas. Make sure that you do that, right? Especially before then you look at, okay, this was amazing. This is what I loved for the last month. Now, what do I want to do for this month? What do I want to, how do I intend to feel? What do I want to create? How do I want to feel in this holiday season? Okay. And what things can I do differently to allow me to feel that way? And it might just be, I'm choosing to be more present, right? Well, how can I be more present? Do I need to set a timer on how much I'm on my social media throughout the day? Do I need to ask for help? Okay, do I need to say no to a few more things? Do I need to be more intentional, with my calendar? That kind of thing. I know that you'll be able to come up with those answers once you ask yourself these questions, okay? So I hope that you got something out of this. If you did, let me know in the comments what is one thing you're grateful for this past month, and what is your intention of something that you want to do for December. I hope you guys are really excited for the series. Give me a thumbs up if you are. I'm super pumped. I can't wait to connect and grow with you guys. Like, I want to have a conversation with you. So I'd love it if you commented so that we can get to know one another, and we can talk more over on Instagram too. I'm Insta-storying quite a bit. It's just @AliciaLeadham everywhere. So if you want more info on how we can work together, you can just head to alicialeadham.com as well. And I will see you guys back tomorrow. All right, have a good day. Bye.